Let's go to page 510 and start with number 1. You have x squared minus 4x minus 12 equal to 0. And you want to solve by completing the square. So to complete the square, first you have to move this number over. So plus 12 on each side. So you got x squared minus 4x is equal to 12. And then from here, you need to go and get your perfect square. So from this, you get x. From here, you take the half of that, so it will be minus 2. Because 2 times negative 2 will give you negative 4. But now from here to here, you're missing a number. So you need to square this, so it will be plus 4. Okay, so this is the number that you need to add to make into a perfect square. Okay. Now, when you plus a 4 on this side, you need to plus 4 on this side. And so you end up with equal to 16. So once you complete a square, you have perfect square, then you can take the square root on both sides. So when you take the square root on this side, it will cancel out the square, so you're going to get x minus 2. When you take the square root, you need to get plus or minus 4. Okay. And whenever you take the square root of the variable, you need to put plus or minus on the other side. Now since these are same kind of numbers, so you can simplify. So to do that, you're going to separate the plus from the minus. So you got x minus 2 equal to 4, x minus 2 equal to negative 4. Then from here, you go and solve, so plus 2 on each side. So you get x equal to 6. Over here, plus 2 on each side. So you get x is equal to negative 2. Okay, and so these are your two answers. Okay. Number 2. You have x squared minus 2x minus 48 equal to 0. So again, first let's go and get rid of these numbers. So plus 48. You get x squared minus 2x. I can leave a space over here. You need to figure out what this number is to get a perfect square. Okay, so get your template ready. So from here, from this, you're going to get x. X squared give you x squared. To get minus 2, you need to have minus 1, because minus 1 times 2 give you minus 2. And minus 1 squared will give you plus 1. Okay, so be plus 1, because negative 1 squared get this. Right? And when you plus 1 on this side, you need to plus 1 on this side. So this will give you 49. So again, that's what the equal means. Equal means whatever you do to this side, you have to do the same on the other side. Take the square root on both sides, so you got x minus 1 equal to plus or minus 7. Now these are same kind of numbers, that means you can simplify, so you need to separate the plus from the minus. And from here you can go and solve. So plus 1 on each side. Over here again, plus 1 on each side. So x equal to negative 6. Okay, next one. You have x squared plus 8x minus 9 equal to 0. So if you can first get rid of the number, you get x squared plus 8x is equal to 9. Get your perfect square, get your template ready. So you need to have x, so x squared will give you x squared, and you need to have plus 4. Again, this is always half of that, so that when you multiply, 4 times 2 give you 8. Okay. But then this number came from square, and so it would be plus 16, right? 4 squared is 16. Now when you add 16 on this side, you need to add 16 on the other side. Okay, so you end up with 25. Take the square root on both sides. Okay, separate it. So again, they are same kind of numbers, so separate the plus from the minus. And then from here you go and solve by minus 4 on each side. So x equal to 1. So plus 4 on this side. Minus 4. Minus 4 on each side. So x equal to negative 9. Okay, number 4. x squared plus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. So vacate this number, so plus 8. So you get x squared plus 2x is equal to 8. And from here, go and get your template ready. So you need to have x plus 1. 1 times 2 give you 2. And then, so in order to get from here to here, you need to have a plus 1. Okay. So again, you need to have a plus 1 here in order to make a perfect square to get to here. But if you plus 1 over here, then you need to plus 1 on the other side. And so this will give you a 9 on the other side. Then after that, take the square root on both sides. And again, remember the plus or minus. Whenever you take the square root with a variable, you need to have a plus or minus on the other side. Again, these are same kind of numbers, so you need to simplify. So to simplify, you need to separate the plus from the minus. Okay, so separate the plus from the minus. Then you can go and solve. So x equal to -4. Okay. Okay, next one. You have x squared minus 4x minus 2 equal to 0. So first plus 2 to vacate the space. And then get your perfect square template ready. So from this, you're going to need to have an x. From this, you need to have minus 2. Again, minus 2 times 2 give you that. So multiply to get that. Square this to get that. So when you square, you're going to get plus 4. So you need to plus 4 on this side. And so you end up with 6 over here. Okay, then take the square root on both sides. So you get x minus 2 equal to plus or minus square root of 6. Okay. Okay, now this one, you cannot simplify because these are different kind of numbers. So since you cannot simplify, you don't have to separate the plus from the minus. So just plus 2 on each side. So you get x equal to 2 plus or minus square root of 6. Okay. The plus or minus always in the back. Okay. Always put a plus or minus in the back. And that is the answer. Okay, number 6. You have x squared minus 2x minus 4 equal to 0. Plus 4 on each side to get rid of the number. So you get x squared minus 2x is equal to 4. And then get your perfect square template ready. So from x squared, you need to have x. From here, you need to have minus 1. Right? -1 times 2 give you minus 2. But to get from here to here, you need to get the correct number. So you need to have a plus 1 to get from here to here. Right? So because -1 squared is positive 1. Now when you plus 1 on this side, you need to plus 1 on the other side. Okay, so you end up with 5. Okay, so take the square root on both sides. And this one you don't have to separate because you cannot simplify. Okay, so because there are different kind of numbers. This is radicand, this is an integer. So just plus 1 on each side. So you got x equal to 1 plus or minus square root of 5. So you can always put a plus or minus in the back. Okay, number 7. You have x squared plus ax minus 2 equal to 0. So plus 2 on each side. So get x squared plus ax is equal to 2. Get your template ready. So from here you get x, from here you get plus 4, and from here you're going to get plus 16. And you plus 16 on this side, so you need to plus 16 on the other side. And then you end up with 18. Okay, take the square root on both sides. So you got x plus 4 equal to plus or minus square root of 18. Then again, this one is different kind of number, so cannot simplify, so you can just minus. You don't want to separate. So you got x equal to -4 plus or minus. Now you have to simplify these. Okay? So square root of 18, you can break down into square root of 9, square root of 2. So you get 3 square root of 2. Okay? Or you can do it this way. You get 2, 9, 3, 3. So you're going to get 2 of the radicand make an integer. Right? So So again, you're going to get 3, and the leftover is the square root of 2. So either way, you can use either method, and you get that. Okay. Number 8, you have x squared plus 10x minus 8 equal to 0. So plus 8 on each side. You got x squared plus 10x is equal to 8. Get your template ready. So from this you get x. From here you're going to get plus 5. And so 5 squared. So to get from here to here, the missing number would be 25. So plus 25 over here, you need to plus 25 on this side. Again, you have to do exactly the same on each side. So this becomes 33. Okay, so take the square root on both sides. So you got x plus 5 equal to plus or minus square root of 33. Right, again, take the square root. The reason you take the square root so it cancels out with the square. So this one you cannot simplify, so just minus 5 on each side. So you get x equal to negative 5 plus or minus square root of 33. Okay, number 9. Okay, you got 3x squared minus x minus 2 equal to 0. So first get rid of this number. You got 3x squared minus x is equal to 2. Next, to come to a square, you need to get rid of this number. So dividing by 3. So you got x squared minus 1/3 x equal to 2 over 3. Okay, then go and get your template ready. So from here, you need to have x. From here, you're going to get 1/2 of that. Right? So 1/2 of that, you just times it by 1/2. So it'll be minus 1 over 6. And you can do a quick check. This times I give you that. Okay. Then from here, you need to plus 1 over 36. Okay, because this square give you that. So plus 1 over 36. And from here, you need to go ahead and add this together. So this you can go off to the side, or you can use calculator. Okay. So if you go off to the side, you got 2 over 3 plus 1 over 36. Your common denominator is 36. So you need to multiply by 12, right? And so you're going to get 24. And therefore you end up with 25 over 36. So this is equal to 25 over 36. Okay, now take the square root on both sides. Now when you take the square root of a fraction, you just do the top and the bottom separated. So the top, square root of 25 is 5. On the bottom, square root of 36 is 6. Now both of these are fractions, so both are same kind of numbers, so you can simplify. So you need to separate the plus from the minus. Okay. Then after that, you just go and plus 1 over 6, plus 1 over 6. So x equal to 1. This one you plus 1 over 6, plus 1 over 6. So x equal to, this will give you equal to 4 over 6, which will equal to 2 over 3. Okay. Okay. Let's go to number 10. Okay, you have 2x squared plus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. So plus 2 on each side. So you got 2x squared plus 3x is equal to 2. Then you have to get rid of this number. So divide by 2. So you got x squared plus 3 over 2x is equal to 1. Get the template ready. So from here, you need to get x. Now this one, to get this, you just multiply this by 1 over 2. Right? Take half of that. So times by 1/2, you get 3 over 4. Okay. Okay, now once you get this number, to get from here to here, you need to square that. So you need to plus 9 over 16. Okay. So when you add this together, you can go up to the side. So 1 plus 9 over 16, it becomes 16 over 16. plus 9 over 16. This gives you 25 over 16. Okay? So you get 25 over 16. Again, you want to do the minor steps off to the side, so that way you don't clutter up your major steps and end up lose track of what you're doing. Okay, take the square root on both sides. So you got x plus 3 over 4 equal to plus or minus. Square root of 25 is 5. Square root of 16 is 4. Now these are same kind of numbers, so you need to separate to simplify. So equal to 5 over 4, the positive, and you have the negative. Okay, so again, positive and negative. So you got positive, negative. Then after that, minus 3 over 4 on each side. So x equal to 2. So 5 minus 3 give you 2. So 2 over 4 give you 1/2. Okay, so this one continue. So x will equal to, now when you combine this together, okay, same sign you add. So when you add this together, you're going to end up with a negative 8 over 4. And this will give you negative 2. Okay, so again, this and this will give you that. And that's it. Okay, let's go to 11. Okay, you got 4x squared plus 4x minus 1 equal to 0. So get rid of the number first. So you got 4x squared plus 4x equal to 1. Then you have to get rid of the a coefficient. So divide by 4. Divide by 4. So you get x squared plus x is equal to 1 over 4. Okay, and get your template ready. So from here you're going to get x. From here, the coefficient is 1, so you need to get plus 1/2. Right? 1/2 times 2 give you 1. Okay. Then from here, once you get this number, you can get this. Okay, so square that, you get plus 1 over 4. So you plus 1 over 4, you need to plus 1 over 4 on the other side. So this will give you, I'm just going to keep, since this is a perfect square, I'm going to keep the 4. So this will give me 2 over 4. Okay, I'm going to take the square root after that. So square root will cancel with the square, so it'll be x plus 1/2 equal to plus or minus. Square root of 2 would be square root of 2. Square root of 4 will give you 2. Okay. And these are different kind of numbers, so you can just leave it. You don't have to worry about simplifying. So minus 1/2 on each side. So you got x is equal to negative 1/2 plus or minus square root of 2 over 2. Okay, next one. You have 4x squared plus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. So plus 2 on each side. You got 4x squared plus 3x is equal to 2. Then you divide by 4 to get rid of this coefficient, get rid of this number. So you get x squared plus 3 over 4x is equal to, okay, so you can simplify, well, you can just leave it for now. Okay, then go and get your square ready. So from here, you're going to get x. And this one take half of that. Half means times by 1/2, so you get 3 over 8. And therefore, the number that you need to complete a square, you square the 3, you get 9. Square the 8, you get 64. Okay. So you go to the side, so 2 over 4 plus 9 over 64. First you get your LCD, so it will be 64, 64. So from here to here you need to plus 1, 16. Okay, so you get 32. And so you end up with 41 over 64. Take the square root on both sides, so you get x plus 3 over 8 equal to plus or minus. Now the top, when you take the square root, you get square root of 41. The bottom, when you take the square root, you get 8. Again, these are different kind of numbers, so just leave it. So you can just minus 3 over 8. So you got x equal to 3, negative 3 over 8 plus or minus square root of 41 over 8. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 13. You got 3x squared plus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. So minus 1 on each side. So you got 3x squared plus 2x is equal to negative 1. Divide by 3 on each side. So you got x squared plus 2 over 3x is equal to negative 1 over 3. And then after that, get your perfect square ready. Okay, so over here, when you take half of that, you're going to get plus 1 over 3. And so you need to get plus 1 over 9 on each side. Okay, so to get to this over here, you go and get your common denominator. So this will be negative 3. So you end up with negative 2 over 9. Then when you take the square root, you're going to get x plus 1 over 3 equal to plus or minus square root of negative 2 over 3. But when you have negative inside the square root, okay, you haven't noticed yet how to deal with this. When you get to Algebra 2, you will learn how to use something called imaginary numbers. But for now, when you have negative inside the square root, it would be just not real. Okay. Next one. You got 4x squared plus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. So minus 2 on each side. So you got 4x squared plus 3x is equal to negative 2. Divide by 4. So you got x squared plus 3 over 4 x equal to negative 2 over 4. Again, don't worry about simplifying yet. Okay, then after that, get your perfect square. So from here, you need to get x. This one is half of that, so it would be plus 3 over 8. And so the number that you need would be plus 9 over 64. Okay, so now you have to add this together. So go up to the sign. So your common denominator will be 64. So from here to here, you need to multiply by 16. And so you end up with negative 32. So you're going to end up with a negative 23 over 64. And when you take the square root, again, you have negative inside the square root. So again, this is going to be non-real. Okay, let's go to the next one. You got x squared plus 24x minus 2881 equal to 0. So you can just the same steps. So plus 2881. You got x squared plus 24x equal to 2881. Okay, go ahead and get your template ready. So you're going to have an x. From here, you need to have plus 12. Okay, and so the number that you need would be plus 144. So you need to have plus 144 on this side. Okay, so now this side, okay, you're going to just add this together. Okay, you're going to get 3025. Okay, take the square root on both sides. So you get x plus 12 equal to plus or minus. And when you take the square root of 3025, it come out nice equal to 55. If it doesn't come out nicely, then you have to use this, the ladder method to simplify. Okay, now these are same kind of numbers. You have to separate to simplify. So x plus 12 equal to 55. X plus 12 equal to negative 55. minus 12 on each side. So you got x equal to 43. And this one, if you minus 12 on each side, you're going to get x equal to negative 67. Okay. Next one, you got x squared plus 28x minus 2613 equal to 0. So plus 2613. Okay, so you get x squared plus 28x is equal to 2613. Get your template ready. So you get x. You take half of that, so it'll be plus 14. Okay, so you square that. The number that you need to complete the square would be plus 196. So you need to add the same thing on the other side. Okay, and then you end up equal to 2809. Take the square root on both sides. So you get x plus 14 equal to plus or minus 53. So same kind of numbers, you have to separate to simplify. Okay. And after that, just minus 14 on each side. So you get x equal to 39. And this one, you're minus 14. You get x equal to negative 67. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 17 says the length of a rectangle. So as soon as you see the word rectangle, right away you stop and go into a rectangle, label length, width, length, width. Okay, then go back and read. It says the length of rectangle is means equal, 30 means 30, more than means plus, width means W. Okay, so that's how you translate. It says if the area, so if the area of the, okay, so the area equal to 6664 square centimeters. Okay, what are the width of the rectangle? So you're looking for W. Okay. Okay, so the area equal to length times width. Okay, and then you can substitute. And I'm going to put the area on the other side. I'm going to flip this over because the number is going to be on the other side. Okay, so L times W equal to area. So the length, whenever it's equal, that's your substitution. So it will be 30 plus W times W equal to area is 6664. And from here, you have to distribute to work it out. So you're going to get 30W plus W squared equal to 6664. And from here, and I'm going to do the computer square. So again, I'm going to arrange correctly. Okay, so with a space. Okay. When the number is big, probably not a good idea to do the factoring. Okay. Okay, so go and get your template square. So you're going to get W. Okay, from here you're going to get plus 15. So over here you need to get plus 225. So plus 225. Okay. Okay, so use your calculator. Plus 6664. Okay, so you're going to equal to 6889. So take the square root on both sides. Okay, now again, same kind of numbers you have to separate to simplify. Then after you're minus 15 on each side. Okay. And from here, you minus 15. So you got W equal to negative 98. But the physical object, the real object cannot have a negative numbers. Okay, so this is how. So, and don't forget your label, so it'll be centimeters. And that's it for number 17. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. So again, it's a rectangle, so go and draw your rectangle and label your length, width, length, width. Notice I put the L over here so I can have room to write my equation. Okay, in case if I need it. Okay, so here is the width, so that's W of the rectangle is means equal 32 less than, again less than you have to point it back. So 32 less than its length. Okay. If the area of the rectangle is 1769 square inch, okay, what is the length of the rectangle? Okay, so that's the information you have. So you can first write down the formula for the area. So length times width equal to area. So the length is just L. Now whenever you see equal, that means you have to substitute. So W equal to L minus 32. So it'd be L minus 32 equal to 1769. Okay, so go ahead and multiply out, distribute, so you're going to get L squared minus 32L is equal to 1769. Okay, go and get your template ready. So from here you're going to get L, from here you're going to get minus 16. So you square that. Okay, so you need to get plus 256. Okay. So you end up with 2025. Then you take the square root on both sides. So you got L minus 16 equal to plus or minus 45. And then because same kind of numbers you have to separate to simplify. Then from here you plus 16. So you got L equal to 61. Over here you add 16. So you got L equal to negative 29. Okay, and again, physical object can have a negative measurements. So this is out. And don't forget your label is inch. Okay, and that's it for this one.